It's time for a little bit of science. I'm Will Grant, an Associate Professor in Science Communication at the Australian National University.
And I'm Rod Lamberts. I'm a 30-year science communication veteran with the mind of a teenage boy.
And today, well, we've been at the Beach Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, drinking in swimming cocktails. In fact, I'm still there. I don't know where you are.
Of isotopes and science and stuff like that. So rather than giving you our regular pile of science,
We've saved you something delicious. We've been squirreling away little snippets throughout the millennium, and you're going to get a bunch of those right now. It's going to be fab.
enjoy.
This is both new and also a little callback to our distant roots when we first started podcasting variations of this show. It's kind of about evolution and how evolution, needs to be sped up. It's also kind of about other stuff. So post-World War II, Atoms for Peace.
Oh, I was reading about Atoms for Peace.
Were you really?
Well, I told you about it the other week, or a little bit about it.
Yeah, and you talk about, peaceful use of nuclear explosions many episodes ago in the Wholesome Show. So this is one angle on this. In the 1950s, governments, scientists, they wanted to show that nuclear tech wasn't just about bombing stuff, as we know very well. So the idea was to use radiation for peaceful purposes. Not bombs in this case, just radiation.
Yeah.
Medicine, yep. Food preservation, yep. And farming.
Yeah.
So this is why, 1950, a new term appeared in the English vocabulary, atomic garden. So it's around 1920s, stuff
Muriel?
like this was going on. Yeah, Muriel's going to come in here. So this is just a snippet of this. 1920s. So the word turned up in the 1950s. 1920s. A guy called Lewis Stadler was a crop scientist in Missouri, University of Missouri. He started zapping maize and barley with X-rays to see what would happen. And it turned out they grew in weird new colours and stripes and stuff.
Hey, you got colours and stripes?
I know. Like, stop there. You've had a win. Didn't turn you into a mutant. It's great. Then there's heaps of versions since then, but my favourite that kind of linked into atomic gardening was 1949 Brookhaven National Labs, Rhode Island. They established a gamma garden. They used cobalt-60, and cobalt-60 comes up a lot in this. Cobalt-60 is the magic isotope.
Should I know something about cobalt-60?
Yeah, it's an isotope of a radioactive material. So in the middle of the field of a field of concentric circles of planets, so spaced out further and further from core of cobalt-60.
Nice.
And in some of these gardens,
you put your ground zero in the middle.
Exactly.
And then your ground plus one, ground
plus
plus
and
two.
you slowly move them out to see, how strong and how weird the effects are.
Yeah,
and they put them in a cylinder or a tube, so when people had to come in and tend the gardens, you'd drop it underground.
Oh, yeah. So
perfectly
the
safe.
fine. Yeah, okay.
1,000% safe, give or take 1,000%. And what they basically were saying, look, we had all kinds of plants, strawberries, sugar, maples, X, Y, Z, tobacco, tomatoes, you name it. And they basically, as they claimed it, had their genomes rebuilt.
Right, okay.
Which is not untrue. So that was a nice version that started to lead to this notion of atomic gardening. So basically the goal of atomic gardening, induce random mutations in crops, looking for super plants. But, to be resistant to pests, diseases, droughts, salt.
It's a little bit random.
Just a tad.
Like it's a little bit, shoot them with some mutant stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. And of all the possible effects, let's hope it's resistant to pests.
Let's hope one of a billion options is vaguely positive. It's basically take anything to do with genetic manipulation, put it in a shotgun and go.
I feel like it's waiting around for your X-Men character. Yeah. Like that has the exact power that you need to, I don't know.
Not even exact, any power that's positive.
Yeah.
No, any power.
Yeah.
As opposed to being turned into slush and dying or becoming a tumour.
Or a mutation that makes it worse. Or
at least
getting
stripy.
positive. Yeah.
Yeah, like stripy corn or something. So genetic engineering with a shotgun, I think is the best way to put it. That's fine for scientists, but this is where we bring in, what about the regular folks? What about people who'd like to do it themselves? And you brought this name up, Muriel Howorth.
Yes.
So Muriel was born 1892 in England. She wasn't a scientist, she had no formal training, but...
Hey, she had no formal training.
No.
Fine. Doesn't make her not a scientist, man.
Yeah. So she was like a writer, atomic evangelist. She loved the atomic era and she thought it's going to, basically the nuclear age would bring humanity up to the level of the gods. Fantastic. Yeah. And so she got to visit one of these gamma gardens.
Yep.
And she thought, this is going to be good. So in 1959, she started the Atomic Gardening Society. The idea was growing movement to bring atomic energy and experimentation into the lives of ordinary people. And she says, this is Muriel, I now felt that by some stroke of luck, which is difficult to ascribe to chance, so nuclear is also about, luck of the gods, I've been given the opportunity, so much longed for, to bring science right into the homes of the people. I organised a society to coordinate and safeguard the interests of, in capitals, atomic mutation experimenters who would work as one body to help science produce more food more quickly for more people and progress horticultural mutation.
That sounds lovely.
It's lovely.
I
It's
mean,
lovely.
apart from all the risks, but fine.
So she self-published a book called Atomic Gardening. So they needed seeds. Where'd they get the seeds? Do you know where they got the seeds?
Seeds are easy to get. I think the nuclear bit's the hard bit.
Irradiated seeds.
Oh, okay, all right.
She didn't have the irradiation stuff.
No, see, I think that would be the tough bit. Seeds you can get from Bunnings.
Seeds, well, not then, and not in the UK.
So where do you get the irradiated seeds?
Well, there's an American guy called C.J. Spies, P's with an S at the beginning. Spies, maybe it's Spies. So he was in Tennessee. He was a dentist. He had a license from the Atomic Energy Commission to have cobalt-60. Probably something he used for some versions of radiotherapy, but for some reason he had it. So he put it in a cinder block, like a big old brick, and he put trays of seeds into it and let them encobulate. And Muriel started to get seeds from him, and she became the guy in England for C.J. Spears atom-blasted seeds.
Did he sell them as C.J. Spears atom-blasted seeds? I would wear that as a hat.
It's
like, that
gold.
sounds awesome.
Oh, I want merch from this guy. Like, I big time
See,
want
that's
merch.
way cooler than I don't care about your weird stripy crops.
No, I want atom-blasted seeds. So apparently by 1960, they reckon his firm had basically, via Muriel, shipped over 3.5 million seeds
3.5 million?
to the UK via her Atomic Gardening Society. Look at the packet. I mean, the packet's spectacular. It's got all kinds of good stuff on it.
Atomic energized.
Yeah, atomic energized. I won't read it all, but there are bits that I love. Like one of the headings, what does radiation do? Gamma rays tend to, quote, shake up the normal balanced system of embryos inside the plant. The changes may take more than 1 year to manifest themselves. Therefore, caps, do not destroy stunted plants. The stunted plants may contain desirable changes when they again regain their hereditary balance in subsequent generations. Another heading, will everyone find changes? We do not know. We have irradiated these seeds in, and capitals, attempt to produce changes, and only by growing these seeds can you determine if you have a change. This is the challenge we offer you. What can you discover? No one knows. And it goes on from there. It could be good, maybe something good, maybe something bad, no one knows. And it goes on, including how to conduct your experiment. Plant them, see what happens. Would you mind letting us know? It goes on and on and on. So anyone who joins the society, the Atomic Gardening Society, is given 6 free irradiated peanuts. And that means they're eligible to try for the Muriel Howorth Peanut Prize. First prize is an engraved silver bowl. Who determines the winner? There is an advisory board. They were charged with assessing meritorious work, comparing useful results with those in America, so the POMs versus the Americans, determining the value of various growth developments in order to award certificates, prizes of merit, to be awarded at the annual Atomic Plant Mutation Symposium.
Really?
Yeah. At the Royal Horticultural Society Hall.
Bring your peanuts?
Bring your peanuts and whatever else you want. So, highly credible judges. This is written about one of the more famous. Although Britain's Atomic Garden Club had enthusiastically irradiated seeds for years, nothing compared to the resilient new strains of vegetables and wildflowers emerging from a St. Hill X-ray laboratory. This is in England. Indeed, visitors would liken it to an alchemical process where 100 years of horticultural breeding was effected in a matter of hours. The secret lay with that gentle bombardment of soft radiation to rearrange the genetic blueprint of the seed. Gentle bombardment, soft radiation. It's like a hug. Or, a warm breeze on a cool day. The result was a veritable explosion of tomatoes on the truss, and all as dutifully reported in the first Garden News feature on Dr. Hubbard's Horticultural Miracles. Dr. Hubbard was one of the men on the panel of esteemed judges. He was a pioneer in radiation. His full name is L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So L. Ron Hubbard is, of course, a self-proclaimed nuclear scientist, author of the book All About Radiation, and the founder of the Church of Scientology.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So St. Hill was his property in the UK.
So he was mutating plants before he was...
Before or as well. And he, this aside is too good to pass up. So the Scientologists, or as we call them, the sci-fis, when I worked for a company owned by Scientologists years ago, they have an E-meter, the electropsychometer, which helps you understand your emotions and the effects they have. And so basically you hook it up to people, you put them in pain, I like that quote, put them in pain, and then you get particular readings related to the pain. So then he hooks it up to his tomatoes.
Well, who wouldn't?
Obvious thing to do.
And what did he discover?
Jams a nail into the tomato.
Okay.
Same readings as humans when they're in pain.
Really?
Therefore, obviously, the plants showed indications of extreme anxiety and fear of death.
Well, look, science has moved on and we know that plants do have some...
Fear of death.
Well, I don't know if it's fear of death. I think
Extreme anxiety.
Scream in pain, maybe just a little bit, and maybe they have pain. I just put it on a rock and then hit a nail into it and tell me if
idea.
that. Just give me a real neutral source.
That'll be the.
Is his meter accurately measuring pain, or is it some?
I've seen an e-meter. It's freaking garbage. You can do it like the kids' science shows do it with a bunch of potatoes and people holding hands, and you get a battery out of it. It's garbage.
Okay.
So anyway, that's the part of the credibility of the judging panel. So Muriel claimed in the life of what she'd done. 1,000 mutation experimenters, including retired non-government employed geneticists, science masters, plant breeders, and pure amateurs who at their meetings would wear blue badges because the masters and the judges would wear gold badges. Okay. She also claims she got these progress data cards from Greece, Australia, Switzerland, France, Germany, and Holland. None of these records have been found, but apparently they exist somehow.
So we don't know. Are there plants out there?
From them particularly, it's hard to say. Because so she was 74 when she started this society at 59, and she was getting slower and blinder and stuff. So in 1962, she handed over to a new president. He was a retired geneticist, T.E. Gray, doctor, who specialised in tomatoes. Mm-hmm. She probably gave him all the records, but they still can't find them. So they probably exist, but maybe they don't. 1962, gardeners were still reporting weird suburban garden things like giant nasturtiums, strange-smelling dahlias, and sweet peas that flowered in mid-November, which is apparently weird. Records after 1963, they can't find shit. Muriel dies in 1971. Was there a legacy, you ask? Kinda. As a whole, it didn't live up to expectations. I love the quote here. Most mutative changes were undesirable and all were unpredictable.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get clear, perfect data, of course, because a bunch of amateurs at simpler times, etc. When they did reach out allegedly to scientific establishments, they were rejected. A lot of the seeds did not germinate at all, and if they did, they didn't grow great stuff.
I mean, it comes back to the point about evolution. That mutation happens all the time, but that the number of negative mutations is so much bigger than anything that will either increase fitness in the environment or give us something that we want in a plant. Like
and they're not wrong. They're speeding it up.
Yeah.
That's true. But there are some actual legacies. So apparently mint oil from a particular peppermint plant is really common, mint and peppermint. Okay. But apparently there's one called the Todd's Mitchum cultivar, which was actually nuked up, or how did they put it? Thermal neutron irradiation used to mess with that. And apparently that's one of the most popular and wilt-resistant cultivars of mint in the world. It doesn't wilt under bad circumstances. So that was nuked in 71. And the Rio Star grapefruit improved the colour. So there were some good results.
Thanks, Muriel.
I know. But I've just got to give you a post-credit scene. What happened to CJ Spies, the seed provider? 1962, there's an advertisement from him. His atom-blasted seeds had disappeared. But in 63, he was using cobalt-60, again encased in the same cinder block, to irradiate golf balls.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So New York Times ad 1963, your golf game will be wondrously improved with this amazing energized golf ball.
Oh my God, so cool.
Golfers, you too can golf with pride. You can thrill to the satisfaction and pleasure of stepping up to the tee and getting off long drives with professional consistency.
That's amazing.
Yes, the oohs and ahs of the onlookers when you tee off will increase your golfing pleasure 100-fold.
I don't care about the science. I just want some radiated golf balls.
Energized golf balls are the new long-distance sensation of the golfing world.
Wow.
So Spies went from fairly good to absolute greatness in the golfing world. That's why you hear about it all the time.
Let's assume not many of them sold. Are there any out there? God, I want to find one.
I'd love to know. Do you have a cobalt-60 infused golf ball out there? If you do, Will personally send you $1,000. So, have you heard of the Food Babe?
No.
Vani Hardy. That's her actual name, but she's known as the Food Babe online.
Okay.
She's a management consultant, turned into a consumer activist. She blogs to wage war on toxins in our foods.
Okay.
From, hazardous chemicals.
And she's a babe? Is that a part of this?
Look, from the few shots I looked at, and I'm just saying,
let's have truth in online nicknames.
There are more hideous people out there than her.
That's right.
So she's really into the whole, all these things out in the world, in the everyday consumer world are terrible for you, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. She's a little bit, let's say, passionate. So she took down this article back in 2012, but I read it and I thought, I have to talk about this. It's called Why It's Time to Throw Out Your Microwave.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm going to give you a few snippets. So one of the subheadings, microwaves destroy the nutrient value of your food.
Okay.
So it goes on, live, healthy, nutritious food can become dead in a matter of seconds when you use a microwave.
This is weirdly late. Wasn't there a fair bit of anti-microwave hysteria in the 80s?
Oh, fuck yeah. When my parents first got one, they were like $9 million for a thing the size of half your house.
Yeah, and you have to put lead in front of your walls.
Yeah, you had to wear like an X-ray technician's apron, and then all the kids had to go to another suburb, and then you kind of heat up a glass of milk and run away. So yeah, it kills everything immediately within seconds. We are the only species on the planet that destroys the nutrient content of our food before eating it.
Well, I just got to say, we're the only species on the planet to use microwave. Like,
look at you and your details. What are you, a scientist? In the book, she quotes, health begins in the colon.
Oh. Well,
it begins in many places. Why not the colon as well?
It's one of the places in which...
Where do you keep your health?
I keep it all over me.
I just keep mine in the colon.
Just in the colon?
Well, I've read the book. Dr. Group, maybe it's grow up, he says a microwave oven decays and changes the molecular structure of food by the process of radiation. Changes and decays the molecular structure of food. Radiation breaks down any vitamins and minerals in the food and changes its natural structure. Your body cannot handle these irradiated molecules, and they eventually weaken your immune and digestion and don't provide you with the proper nutrition. In case you were wondering. Also, it's widely known that vitamin B12 becomes completely inactive once heated in a microwave. Actually, best studies I could find, appreciable loss, maybe 30 to 40%.
So hang on, you're telling me you went and read the studies to joust with this?
No, I was just curious.
To joust with this 2012 blog post that was taken down.
Because you pick on me for not having any facts.
No, it's a good use of your time.
I did it for you.
To read a deleted blog post and then correct it.
Only because of the way this ends. And remember, this article is called, or this segment of this show is called Speaking of Hitler.
You didn't remind me of that.
Yeah, this is called Speaking of Hitler. This comes under the title, Speaking of Hitler. Microwaves, this is the second one. Microwaves provide unnecessary daily exposure to radiation. Mm-hmm. I cannot, she says, knowingly use a microwave considering they are slowly destroying my cells. Yeah, she could use them by accident.
I have accidentally microwaved.
Oops. According to the book, cancer is not a disease.
Okay.
It's a survival mechanism, or as she wrote it, a servial mechanism, which means survival. When you stand in front of a radar device, you will start perspiring/cooking from the inside out, just like food is cooked in the microwave oven.
Okay.
Sure. If you stand in front of a radar device. The heat is generated by the
rapid... But a microwave is basically the same as a full radar device?
100% the same.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, every time you turn on a microwave, planes crash or are diverted towards your house and are away from it. The heat is generated by the rapid movement of molecules and the breaking down of molecular bonds, in case you're wondering. Each year, millions of birds are killed when they get too close to or sit on cell towers, cell phones. This is literally what it says. So this is what I love about it. This woman's still going. She just took this post down. And apparently the same can happen to the human body when it is exposed to this type of radiation on a regular basis. So the trick is don't stand in front of radar towers, as far as I can take away. After all, human cells are made of molecules, in case you didn't know, and molecular bonds are broken and destroyed when exposed to radiation. So be aware of that. Another heading, microwaves can create severe health issues. The more dead food people eat, the more calories they consume trying to get the nutrition their body needs. So if you keep eating this instantly deadened food, you'll eat more. A Swiss study by a dude called Hans-Ulrich Hertel, he found significant and disturbing changes in the blood of individuals consuming microwave milk and vegetables. The blood, particularly.
Really?
It's a good study. 8 volunteers, all 8. They ate various combinations of the same food but cooked in different ways. This is science.
Yeah. So we've broken down into 2 groups or more? Or
it seems to be 2, but it's difficult to tell.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quite as well referenced as this show, for example. All foods were cooked in the microwave. All foods that were cooked in the microwave caused changes in the blood. The hemoglobin levels were decreased and overall white cells and cholesterol levels increased. But the doctor found, on these 8 volunteers in this rigorous study, he was actually able to cure people who were diagnosed with chronic fatigue by having them literally throw out their microwaves.
Oh, God.
So this is good to know. But here's the best bit. Punchline, as it were. Dr. Masaru Emoto, he's famous for taking pictures of various types of water and the crystals that they formed in his book called Hidden Messages in Water. Mm-hmm. So one of the reviews or one of the summaries of the book, he uses high-speed photography. He discovers that crystals formed in frozen water change when specific concentrated thoughts are directed at them.
Right.
He found that water from clear springs and water that has been exposed to loving words shows brilliant, complex, colourful snowflake patterns. Had you heard of this before? I had heard of this.
I haven't heard of the speak to your water.
Oh, yeah, it's great. In contrast, polluted water or water exposed to negative thoughts forms incomplete asymmetric
is it
patterns.
Negative thoughts in the vicinity or negative thoughts at the water?
At the water.
Like
you've got to think it out the water.
Your shitty water.
Or not directed as in your bad water, but evil, ugly things. Here's a picture of a poo that's infected. Just think about that at the water.
I mean, if you're a publisher, I get you want to get some stuff out there.
You do.
But when someone comes and tells you that directing your thoughts at the water will change it, do you want to go, maybe I should test this against...
Did you not hear? Dr. Masaru Emoto. Doctor.
Okay.
And we all know that's a difficult thing to get. So the implications of this research apparently create a new awareness of how we can positively impact the earth and our personal health. But you know what he found? You'll be excited. Water that was microwaved did not form beautiful crystals. Instead...
Have you got his method here, just so I know?
He microwaved it and then used high-speed photography.
Okay.
So he pushed the finger really fast on his iPhone. Instead, the water formed crystals like those formed when exposed to negative thoughts or beliefs.
Jesus Christ.
And here's the smoking gun for microwaves. It turns out microwave water produced a similar physical structure to when the words Satan and Hitler were repeatedly exposed to the water.
Jesus Christ. Why do you tell me these things?
But of course, the food babe, she's not an idiot. She says, look, this fact might be a bit hokey for some people, but I wanted to include it because sometimes the things we can't see with the naked eye or even fully comprehend could be the most powerful way to unlock spontaneous healing.
Of course they could.
Weird she took that post down, though. I want to see what she left up, and I didn't get a chance because, time was pressing. But anyway, so if you microwave water, it's like saying Hitler to a glass of water and or Satan repeatedly. You're welcome.
Hey, you asked for a new word. You wanted to learn a new word. This is not...
No. I like it when you learn a new word because it's freaking adorable.
Oh,
because I know all the words.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I did actually learn a new word for this one. Phubbing. So phubbing. 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 Combination, snubbing and phone.
Phone snubbing?
Yeah, so you're not snubbing the phone, but you're snubbing someone else.
Via the vehicle of the phone.
Of the phone. We've all had that experience where we're sitting having a chat and someone just goes, I just got to look at my text messages. I'm just going to scroll
unless
Twitter.
We're recording. Every time we hang out unless we're recording. Every time.
No, man, I give you full eye contact all the time.
While somehow still being able to pay attention to your phone. I don't know how you do it.
So phubbing, is that behaviour that many of us have seen where you snub someone by looking at your phone.
Yeah.
The phubby.
Oh, the enfubbed.
And the enfubbed. The enfubbed, yeah. And the phubber, obviously, are the two parts of the relationship.
Don't make it sexist.
A phubber is not sexist.
Sounds masculine to me.
It does not.
I thought you spoke German.
You're the one. No, we're talking English on this podcast. This is bona fide an English language podcast. I think.
9 out of 10 words.
A couple more phubs to come.
Yep.
But anyway, some psychological researchers said obviously we need a generic scale of phubbing and a generic scale of being phubbed.
Of course we do.
To measure this behaviour, to see how much you do it,
or how much make a phobometer.
Phobometer. There needs to be a phobometer.
We finally found our path to riches. It will involve mercury.
Gentlemen, unleash the phobometer. So it's a scale that basically either side measures how much you do the act of phubbing. In doing the act of phubbing, there's a variety of questions that you might ask of someone. I feel anxious if my phone is not nearby. I can't stand leaving my phone alone.
Leaving my phone alone. Because it misses me.
It misses me. I would rather pay attention to my phone than talk to others.
This is like you're just reading a list from your
Not me.
Personal motto.
No.
No, you've grown out of that. It's true.
No, I'm grown up now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. And then on the other side, others seem to check their phones for messages and social media updates. Others seem like they have awareness of their surroundings because of their lose awareness of their surroundings because of their phone use. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a nice measure in here of, here's two new words for you. Phubbing, which is Phubbing.
Is that P apostrophe phubbing?
No, it's actually PPHUBBING. So there's two P's at the front of the word. That's where you're phubbing your spouse, your partner, or a significant other. Naughty. Or bephubbing, where your boss is phubbing you. Because they're in meetings and they're just scrolling. So
those are the second one is very specific.
Yeah. Interesting thing about this research is it's not terribly old, but it's been cited hundreds of times. So people are out there measuring how much people are phubbing each other, being phubbed, and how much it's ruining society. And I am well down with that research, and I'm glad that we're counting it.
Well, look, if you're listening, and obviously you are because you can hear me, give us your ideas for a phubbometer because it's going to happen. We're going to build one.
It will happen.
Yeah.
Well, that was your little bit of science for the week.
Your holiday edition, your special by the pool wearing a bikini edition.
But because you're on holiday, you know that you still have the power to give us the rating that you need to give us.
Yeah, 7 stars on every app, even things that don't do podcasts.
Yeah, go out there and rate it on like a recipe app.
And Uber and Yelp. Is it Yelp still a thing?
I think so.
I don't know. I'm at a restaurant.
And listener, if you've got some topics that you want us to explore,
tell Will.
How would we tell Will?
His number is 0405.
Not like that.
Oh, cheers at a little bit of science.com.au.
Do that. We want your stories.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Love you, listener. Enjoy the pinas colada.
Oh, and the
Pina colada.
Pina coladia.
Pina coladia.
Of the clay.
Pina coladi.